Hey guys, welcome to a new Tools for Dummies live, and this time the tutorial is about WordPress.
Yes, and today we're going to show you everything about installing WordPress and a theme called Ildi, and then making adjustments to that theme so your website is ready to place your products on.
Yes, and for the actual assignment, block 2.3 and 2.4 are together now, but the only thing you have to hand in for this block is your WordPress website without the products you're going to make in block 2.4. So this block you're going to create your WordPress website and everything is ready, like your layout, your structure, you have pages, you have the good theme, and the next block you're going to publish the products you've made.
Yeah, that's also because this block doesn't have any masterclasses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we're going to make sure that we will record the masterclasses at a later time and you can watch them online.
Yes. So for the beginning of the tutorial, we want to have a little recap. The first step is the installation in FileZilla.
Yeah.
So let's start. So for the installation, you all received an email from Systeembeheer. And hopefully you have FileZilla open already and you've downloaded the WordPress content folder. If you want to read how to do that, go to the WordPress manual on Blackboard. And I'm going to start with pasting my host in the host name in FileZilla. And the host is the link of your website. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste it in host. So what you have to do is you have to remove the slash behind NL. And you're going to remove everything what's in front of ST plus student number. My account name is a little bit different, but just remove the slash and the HTTPS. Okay, then your username, that's ST plus student number. Mine is Marloes B. For password, you can go to the password that is given in the email you received. And then port is 22. And then you can click on Quick Connect. Then you get a pop-up, the service host is unknown. You can just click on OK, because you can trust this server. So then you have multiple screens. You have multiple panels in your screen. So on the left side you can find your own computer documents. So you can see I'm now in my downloads. And you have to find the WordPress folder you've downloaded. And if you click on the WordPress folder, you can see it opens in the panel below. On the left side, you can see the files that are on the server. So you're going to search for public HTML because we're going to transfer all the content of the WordPress folder to the Hansa server so we can have an installation of WordPress. So we're going to select all the content what's on the left. You can do that with Ctrl-A or Command-A on Mac. And then you can just click and drag it to the right. And you will see this will take a while because now all the files are transferred to the server. Okay, FileZilla stopped, so the transfer is successful. And you can check that if you click on the link of your website in the email. And it says WordPress installation and you can select the language. So I'm going to go for English. It says, welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, we need some information on the database. You will need to know the following items before proceeding. So I'm going to click on Let's Go. So your database name is your student number plus underscore. The underscore is really important because if you leave that out, it won't work. So mine is Marloes B plus underscore. Yours is ST student number underscore. Your username is ST plus student number. Mine is Marloes B. Password is the same password given in the email. And the database host and the table prefix you can leave as it is. Then you can click on Submit. And then it says, all right, Sparky. And then you can click on Run the installation.
Installation is finished and you will now be taken directly to your WordPress dashboard. But the next time you want to log in, you need to follow the URL that you've got in your email and then add WP minus admin at the end. And then if you press enter, you will be taken to a login screen. And if you enter your credentials, it will take you to your dashboard. Let's take a look at the dashboard. The first thing you see when you enter your dashboard is this screen, and you will see a lot of options, but the most important things will appear up in the menu over to the left. You can go to home. Sometimes it will give you a notification on updates. You won't have to do anything with that right now. You can make posts. Posts are something like an article that you can make, and it has a date and a time on which it was published. And the handy thing about it is that you can find them back in the archive afterwards. They differ from pages in a way that pages are more for static information. So if you would like to add your address or your contact information or anything like that, or even the home page is a static page, then you will make a page, because a page doesn't have a timestamp on it. Media is for adding your products, because you can add photos to it. There's a limit of 5 megabytes per picture, so make sure that it stays below that, otherwise you cannot upload it. Comments, we don't need to take a look at that. That's if you activate the comments on a page, then people can, with your posts, I mean, then people can place comments under a post, and you can find them back over here. Appearance is the thing that we will take a look at right now, because it will give you the option to install new themes and customize them. We're going to install the ILDI theme.
So we're already in appearance. You can click on themes, and because we want to add a new theme, because now when you take a look at your site, it says hello world and it's kind of boring. So we're going to go again to your dashboard. We're going to go to appearance and themes, and we're going to click on add new. And we're going to search for the theme ILDI. Here it is, and click on install. Installed. Then click on activate for activating the theme. And you can see you have a welcome screen. Welcome to ILDI. Welcome, thank you for choosing ILDI. To fully take advantage of our best theme can offer, please make sure you visit our welcome page. Okay, we don't need to do that, but we do need to get started with ILDI. And you can see your recommended actions. So we're going to do that first, because otherwise your theme will not look like the template of the theme.
Or the example.
Or the example of the theme, yeah.
Oké, doe hem nog een keer.
So before getting started, we need to make some recommended actions, because otherwise it won't look like the example of the theme. So click on recommended actions. So we're going to install ILDI companion, install and activate, and the Kelly forms. Okay. Yes, you can say activate now and import demo content.
Demo.
Import demo content. Yes, and then some recommended plugins. You can take a look at that later. And now if you go to your website, you can see it looks completely different, because we activated different kind of plugins and settings. So to change those things, you can click on Customize. You can find it in your top panel. So the first one is for your dashboard, the second one is to customize the theme.
The LD theme has several sections that you can change. The first is this one with the big picture and the title of your website. Then if we scroll down, we have an About section. There you can tell something about you and even add your own skills, which can come in quite handy when applying for a job. Then your projects section, in which you can add a maximum of 4 projects. So that's why we recommend you to make categories, because you have 5 products to make and you can only add 4 of them over here. So make a category on your own and then link that to a page on which your products will be shown. Testimonials is about what others say about you. Well, it's something that we don't really use. If you find it fun, feel free to use it, but I'm going to deactivate it. So I click on this little pencil and I change this to off, show this section off, and you can immediately see that it will be removed on the right side. Services. Yeah, well, if you would like to tell people what kind of things you do in your business, then you can leave this on the front page, but I'm going to deactivate that as well. My latest news I'm going to deactivate as well, because we're only using this as a portfolio website without daily updates. And, well, we're working on our own, so we don't have any team.
Boo.
Boo. So I'm going to deactivate this section as well. Yeah, okay, there are a couple of counters over here. I'm going to deactivate them as well. I think we need to, yeah, you can click on remove. Open up one. Remove. I don't know why it doesn't give us the option of kijk. It removed the complete section. Contact can come in handy, so I'll leave that as is. And this is a site navigation. Well, it might be a little bit too much for us, but for now we will leave this as is. Oh, don't click on back. That's click on publish, because then it will save your settings. There, and now we have a more compact website. There's a couple of buttons over here that you can deactivate. So go into the customizer again. Yeah, there they are. Click on the pencil, and I think we have to click on remove over here. Oh no, you can just delete the title and then it will not show the button anymore, because we don't have anything to download. So remove the text and it will not show that image anymore. If you would like to change the background picture, scroll down a little bit and you will find this tab called Backgrounds, and there you will see the image. You can click on Change Image and then go into your media gallery and choose a different image to use for this background. And everything else that has a pencil is editable.
Okay.
Last thing I will show you are these little how to change this widget called a skill widget. There's icons. They have a lot of icons. You can search for an icon. Maybe photography is one of our, or filming. Then you can search for film, and I can add that, and then maybe change it into Premiere Pro skills. And we're very good at Premiere Pro, so let's make that a 90%, because we never know everything. Click on Apply, and you will see that it will change into Premiere Pro 90%. Well, what's nice, You can also change the color, and Premiere Pro has a purple icon, so let's change this into a purple color and then apply, and the skill bar will change into that color as well. So that's how you can change that.
Okay, you just saw like the 4 tiles with different kind of categories or different kind of projects. So for tools, you have 5 products you have to hand into, and you have to be a little bit creative with it. For example, if you only have video and photography products, maybe you can add an About Me section or contact info. So you should be a little bit creative with that. Now I'm going to show you how to add pages to those categories. Okay, so we're going back to our dashboard. So I'm just going to click on Publish, and then it can be saved. I'm going to go to my dashboard, and I'm going to go to Pages. So you can already see you have some different kind of pages in there, but we're just going to make a new one. Okay, and we're going to add a title, video, for example. So what you can do, you can already set a featured image that is shown as a banner on the page. So let's do that. Select Files. I think I have a film clapper in here. Yes. Set featured image. And you can add some text, but you can also insert a YouTube link, and then it will connect to the video on YouTube. You can already see you have an option for a photo, edit image. For now, we're only going to click on Publish. And when you click on Publish, you have to do this twice because you can also plan pages, but we're just going to click on Publish. Then you can see you get a page address. You need to copy this link because the tile will link to the page. So we're going to go back to your website. We're going to click on Customize. We're going to scroll down to those tiles, and we're going to click on that tile. And you can see you can choose your image, but you can also insert a link. And if we link it, and we can upload an image, for example, the clapper. You will see it adjusts immediately. Then we're going to click on Publish. And then if we go back to your website again, you can see that you can click. But then you can see you already set your featured image in the page, but you also have to make an adjustment in the theme. So we're going to click on Customize. It can also be that the featured image appears in your page. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on Customize. Then we go to General Options, Header, and then you can enable featured image as header image and click on. Then we're going to click on Publish. And then when you refresh your website, you will see you now have your featured image as a banner. You can also delete this panel in here because it's kind of messy. So we want to have it as clean as possible. So we're just going to click on this little pencil, and you can click on Remove. For categories as well, remove. And this one as well, remove. Don't forget to click on Publish because then you will save it. If you go back to your website, you can see if you click on the tile, you will go to your page video.
We now just downloaded some pictures, and it's always a little bit of a surprise in which way they will appear over here. But if you want to have more control over that, just make your own pictures. Start a Photoshop file, make a new Photoshop file, create a new Photoshop document, give the width and a height of 476 pixels with a resolution of 72 pixels an inch. Choose RGB color in 8-bit and create a new file. You can add anything you would like to have over here. We're not going to do that. I'm going to save this file as a JPEG. And then you can find it back in your media library. You can change the image over here. Upload image. And then upload files. Select it, and it will show up over here in the media library. Then you can select it and use it for your categories. Last thing about images. If you would like to make this a different image and have control over that, then you would have to make a Photoshop file or find an image that has a size of 1920 by 1080 pixels. So let's make one. It's the regular widescreen size. So 1920 width and 1080 height. Create it, and it will have this nice widescreen. Also save it as a JPEG file, and then over here you can change the background by going into the customizer. Click on one of these sections, scroll down, go to backgrounds, and then here you click on change image, and again upload the file to your media library. Then it will show up over here, and you can choose your own made image. Another fun thing to do is making use of plugins. And plugins you can use to add new functionality to your website. And one of the most fun plugins there are is Modula.
Yeah.
And with Modula you can make a photo gallery and add that to your page.
Yeah, so let's install that plugin. Maybe you are on your website, then you go back to your dashboard again, and you have an option for plugins. So we're going to click on Add New Plugin, and we're going to search for Modula. Oh. So it's the first Modula image gallery, and you can click on Install Now. Installed, activate. And then you can see the Modula plugin will appear in your left panel, in your option panel. So we're going to click on Modula, and then you can click on Add New. You can add a title like
photography.
And you can upload your images here. So upload image files. So let's do the film clapper again. And we also have a woman with a camera. Open. So you can also add like way more photos. In here you can have some extra settings because normally it will show the title of the photo as well. So you can turn it on or off. So when you're done with all these settings, you can click on Save Gallery. And then again, you have a shortcode. Paste this shortcode in your page. So let's copy this one. Then you go back to Pages. Let's put it in video. Click on Edit. And then you can just paste it in and update. Easy peasy. Then you can click on View Page, and you will see your Modula photo gallery. You can see if you add more photos, that you have a better structure and better layout. And if you click on it, you also have a light box popping up, and you can navigate through your photos. So that was kind of easy, Danny, right? The WordPress installation,
yeah, of course.
settings.
And there's way more plugins to choose from. A little tip. When searching for plugins, try to use the ones that have many installations. So you can see how many installations a plugin already had. And usually that is an indicator for how good the plugin is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something like that.
Yeah, so what did we do? We added pages, we installed a new theme, we showed you plugins, we showed you how to customize your theme as well, and we showed you how to import photos. So yeah, every theme works differently, but Ildi's such a nice, great theme. It's really easy to use. Sometimes you have to search for some options, but in the end, we would really recommend this theme.
There's two things left.
Yeah.
Two things that a lot of students try to do, but are not very smart to do.
No.
Because it will break your website. Let's dive into that. When you're back in your dashboard, there's also an option called Settings. And the settings not only has your site title, which you can change perfectly fine, but there's also this, the WordPress address URL and the site address URL. Make sure you will never ever change that, because we already had a couple of students doing that and they could never access their website again, and it's sad for all the work you have already done. So leave that alone, because it doesn't work like that. If you would like to have a URL, you would have to go to a third party and ask for something like maloesborgijink.nl or .com, and they will link the address of the site to that URL. So you cannot change it over here. So that's the way it works. There's one last other thing. In your email you will also find a link to database management. Don't click on it, leave it as it is. I can show you how it will look like. You can log into the PHP MyAdmin, and if you go into the system, okay, we cannot log in, but if you have your the right password, you will end up in the system, and it's too easy to mess things up, and your site will break after you will change something, and then you will have to start over again.
Okay, that's it for today. These are the basics you need to know about WordPress, and hopefully you'll enjoy making your own website. We have fun making this tutorial, right?
Yeah. Well, behind the scenes, you don't see everything.
No.
But things are
Luckily,
constantly breaking.
You don't see us swearing or frustrating.
But we managed to survive this one again. Hopefully till next time.
Yeah, see you.